EPW Wrestling presents Christmas Carnage featuring Impact star Ace Austin. Christmas night, Boonville, Mississippi. Be there.
Clap.
Go.
I've never seen this before.
Welcome back. Welcome back to Ego on Break. I know it's been a long time.
Couple of months.
And the last time we were on here, we said, hey, we're back. But
Yeah, well,
maybe we're back. I don't know.
stuff happens.
Life happens. Got to get through those kind of issues. But the Madman's got a bag full of toys here he's bought. We're going to talk a little bit about wrestling. I'm going to talk about how I went from a fanatic fan or a smart fan to a very casual fan. And over the last week, I've been trying to get kind of my mojo back, get back into wrestling. And so I've watched some things and don't understand a lot of things that are going on in wrestling. I never thought the day would come where I'd say I was a casual wrestling fan, but I don't even know if I'm a casual wrestling fan at the moment, just because I've been lost from wrestling so long. But I'm found. I'm back. I got my feet wet with the Southern 8. That was pretty fun. Thanks to the guys at Battlezone for helping me pull it off. 2-3 years in a row now. If it wasn't for them, I couldn't have done it. But we got one out in November. Congrats to Trace Hunt. We did a Mississippi only version. Brought in like 8 guys from 8 Mississippi promotions. He represented EPW up in Boonville. And he won the tournament. Check out EPW Wrestling.
What's that stand for?
I have no idea. I really don't. I've never heard it called anything else.
I've never heard of it. So,
but check them out. They are doing phenomenal television. They got a great YouTube show. I do want to talk a little bit about them. Production's amazing. It's what I wished Ego could have looked like. So hats off to the guys running that. I believe Neil Taylor's the commissioner. And I don't know exactly who else is there. I know another guy, but I don't know if the crowd knows his involvement, so I'm not going to put his name out there until I know more.
Behind the scenes.
Yeah, but me and you both know him, and I've taken a bunch of clotheslines from him, and oh my God, he's killed me a few times.
Too many wrestlers I could say.
So, but I just want to put that over, tell everybody to go watch it. It's phenomenal. I'm going to show you their intro here shortly. Maybe get you to pull it up on your phone or something, let you see it. Okay. Just the intro to the video. I'm going to try to include it here and let you guys see the intro. I think it's phenomenal. I can't say enough good things about it.
Is it there's to the show?
Yeah, the intro to the TV show. They're on the NBC affiliate up in like Tupelo, Boonville area. I think he told me there's like 450,000 viewers to that kind of local area. So local does not mean small.
Go ahead, Smokey Man.
They are absolutely killing it. I think, over time they're going to continue to improve and grow. But, I mean, right now, if it was mine, I'd be a proud papa for sure.
No kidding, bro. People don't realize how hard running an indie fed
takes
is.
So much, man. Like
we've both ran shows multiple times, and it can be heartwarming and heartbreaking.
And heartbreaking more than heartwarming sometimes.
Shit.
Just because, like, just from like what I've seen, man, like it's no telling how much it actually costs to put on one episode of their TV.
Oh, it's not.
And it's that high quality. So I was real tickled with it. I see they've improved their building and that kind of thing because they were like us. They just had, a building and it wasn't the best, but they've been working on it, cleaning it up, and it looks phenomenal. They're bringing in outside talent. I want to promote their upcoming show, or one of their upcoming shows. They're doing a Christmas Carnage. I believe it's Christmas night.
I think I saw that, on Facebook.
It's Christmas night, so after you open your presents and stuff, if you're in the Boonville area or within driving distance, go check it out. They're going to have Ace Austin there, so that's pretty awesome.
That's cool.
But just a good group of people. Looks, a group of hungry guys. You will see some familiar faces if you're Ego fans.
Is that where Wes is?
That's where Wes has been, but it's not where he is.
Okay.
I think Wes is wrestling a good bit over in like Louisiana for Pro Wrestling 225. So
I saw him in a brutal ass cage match.
Yeah,
man.
Oh, I believe that was over in Alabama or Florida.
Son, that was
So Ego guys are out there doing
Wes
stuff.
become Netro Butcher.
Yeah, he bled a little bit. But let's look at some toys, and then I want to get to some of the wrestling I've seen and just what I've kind of picked up from being basically a non-wrestling fan, trying to get back into it. What I've seen, what I've noticed, where I was disappointed, I guess. But yeah, so let's see some toys. What have you bought lately?
Well, let's go with Nasty Boys. Got Sags here.
Sags from the Nasty Boys.
I found him at the Game Exchange.
Very cool.
I think I wound up giving like $8 for it because the lady had no idea what they were worth. And
yeah.
She was like, "How's $8?"
They just sell them by
like
size.
A deal. Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
I think she sold it by guess.
Yeah. They look at okay, this is about what a 6 or 8 inch figure sells for.
It's really clean though. I mean, really nice. I mean,
crazy thing is, it looks like his head shrunk or something. You know,
it ain't that. Is his jacket's 9 sizes too small. I mean,
too big.
This is like when I was like 8 years. Yeah, well, his body's 9 sizes too small, but. It's like when I was a kid trying to put on my dad's jacket, man. It's just,
that's probably what it looked like if you wore like Andre the Giant's clothes.
No it doesn't really look that bad on camera, but in person, son, this looks awful.
It's like, hey, Sags, you lost your jacket. Well, put Andre's on.
And they're so hard to take off and put back on. I just don't want to deal with it. So,
well, that's a cool figure for sure.
Very cool.
What else you got?
I was at Target, and now this is the one guy in AEW. I have more of his figures. I have 3 total. But it's
Darby Allin action
with Darby.
There. The Target exclusive.
And what made me buy it was the skateboard. It has Brody King's face on it.
Because he had a big feud with King, right?
And they were having a feud, and that's what this whole thing was based around. But I'm a big Darby Allin fan, and he's not one of the very few that I still even just care about watching, to be honest.
Yeah, although I've been out of like watching wrestling, I've been still collecting wrestling figures. And I counted up the other night. I've got 63 individual AEW figures. I've probably got another 20 or 30 that are duplicates.
You stick with AEW. I'll just get those out of the way first. And then with this one, I got super damn excited. I was like, hell yeah, Brody Lee.
That's nice.
One I wanted, but I thought it was original. I didn't realize it was a re-release.
Oh, is it?
So yeah, they re-released it. If you go back and look at the original, the picture down here is different.
Okay.
But it's a very cool figure. He was always one of my favorite wrestlers. And
so this is a brown suit?
Yeah. But this is him actually with his wrestling gear on.
Oh, nice.
So it was really cool. I was very proud to find this one because I hunted for the original and you couldn't find it.
I got to look to see if mine. I didn't realize it was
when he passed
a
away, man, his figures jumped off the shelf so quick you couldn't. That's like finding a Razor Ramon like right now is so daggum hard. And here's Mr. Controversy himself, CM Punk.
Now, I have the AEW Punk figure, but I have the Walmart exclusive one. I don't have this one.
You got the one that's hard as hell to find, where he's in the underwear tights. Yeah. But, this one was great. And since he's possibly gone, this may be one of the only 2 figures he gets. So...
Well, don't say that because Cody's gone and they're still releasing Cody figures.
Well, that's true. I guess as long as his contract's available. But, I mean, they took him off the front of the video game, and he was supposed to be on that.
Oh, wow.
Now, this one I really love, because this is the Mankind that I liked when he first came out.
I picked up that figure as well.
Man, I was so excited.
This figure, the Undertaker figure, and Papa Shango figure made me start collecting these, so I have 4 right now.
I think they're great, man. I mean, that's truly my favorite. That's probably my favorite Mick Foley I got.
I've got him. I've got, like I say, Undertaker in the gray gloves. Papa Shango, and then I've got Ultimate Warrior. And Warrior may be on the back of this one.
No, he's not Papa Shango, $1 Million Man, and Undertaker.
Okay, so I don't have that one. And then I always show this other one you have.
Next was Hollywood, If You Could, Hogan.
And I don't have him, but my local Walmart has it, so I'm going to pick it up. I just got to build some funds up. But on the back, if you look right down on the back, that Bray Wyatt figure is probably the worst wrestling figure I've ever seen.
Looks like a homeless guy.
That's when Bray left, is when they released that. So I don't know if they're like, oh, Bray Wyatt's popular, but he's not here, so screw him.
And
we're
if
just
going
to
them like that, where they don't have the punch out, man, that can put some value on them.
So I don't know if they just made it crappy on purpose, like they did with Ultimate Warrior when he was gone. They put out the crap DVD or whatever. Everybody was just making fun of him. But overall, this is okay. This is the Warrior. I have that Warrior.
I don't know. Out of the three, I still would go to Mick, but I got.
But it's
Warrior
really good.
too.
It's a really good Warrior figure.
Warrior's awesome. Man.
Very throwback inspired figures.
Yeah, and I like they put the art on the back. I mean, it's just really good, man. Because I always thought the He-Man figures, they fit wrestling figures. Even if you weren't the muscle-bound guy, you could get over it in wrestling figures. So I thought it was cool. I don't know what he looks like underneath the. That's the only reason I know he's got knee pads, but I'm not really sure what else.
I think he just has Spanx on him.
Like that's the only one I come close to opening.
All right, and then there's your next one.
Yeah, this was NWO. It's an exclusive. You see he's in red. The other ones are in black. I think this one's going for like $50 to $80
nice
online, so it's not bad. My buddy Bill, he spotted. He goes, "Hey man, that was got on red," and I'm like,
"Got a variant."
Okay, and I was like, he's like, "I think it's a variant."
Is that red or is that orange?
I think it's supposed to be red, but it looks orange.
But it's got the NWO Wolfpack shirt.
Put a 01 on and damn near got the Dukes of Hazzard colors on it. So yeah.
All right, then you got this couple other small things.
Yeah.
This is pretty cool for me.
Never played this game because I don't know if anything still exists, but it's WCW Nitro. It's for Windows 95, telling you how old that is.
That's cool.
And I just thought it was really cool. He gave it to me, and he had it for years.
Very cool.
But it's got, that's what the inside looks like. I thought it looked really cool, man. It's just something different.
Yeah, no doubt.
And then there was a guy, he was selling this stuff just randomly. It's a magnet, but I just thought it was cool because it was Stone Cold Steve Austin's.
I love it, like the O and Stone is kind of covered up, so it looks like a U. So it's like Stone Cold. Stone Cold.
It does. I didn't realize that. Yeah.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
So yeah, and then attitude. So
that's pretty cool though. WWF still got the scratched logo.
That's my favorite one. Let me get that one.
All right, and then he picked this up, and I just bought it from him, or going to buy it from him.
Be buying this. This is the Kenny Omega as Akuma.
Yeah, it's a Street Fighter figure. Kind of pop that up.
I'm not a huge Kenny Omega fan. That's why he's buying it, and I'm actually giving him a good deal.
Yeah, a very good deal. So appreciate
Kenny
that.
Omega is Akuma.
And I didn't know these figures existed.
Limited edition.
Yeah, they're GameStop exclusive there. So pretty cool. There is a Ryu and Ken, and that is Nick and Matt Jackson. Yeah. And you said they had a match where they were dressed like that?
I don't remember who. It was like, I think it was before.
It was from Fyter Fest.
Yeah.
6/29/2019. Kind of get the date right there on the bottom.
At Alabama.
Yeah, so pretty cool, but I'd never seen them. And again, collecting AEW figures.
I thought it looked cool.
So gotta have it. Gotta have it. Yeah, so I've picked up a bunch of these same things. Like I say, I've got to check which Brody Lee I have because I didn't realize there were more than one. And then I know I have the Walmart exclusive AEW figure, so pretty cool. I definitely enjoy the collection. Yeah, one day I'll give a tour on here, maybe show off some pictures or something of my collection. A lot of my collection are legit in totes under my house.
I got like a bag of looses. It's just this morning. I have two hands, and I just didn't have any more room to carry. I probably got 20 looses. I know I got a Sid you've probably never seen before.
Is that the referee Sid? Okay. So I bought referee Sid.
He's in like red tights. I don't remember Sid ever being in red tights, but he's in red tights. So yeah,
that's cool. So So here's what happened. I haven't watched wrestling in a long time, right? And so we're talking about doing this, and I said, well, I'll go and watch some stuff and get, kind of get caught up on what's out there. And so I went to MLW and watched an episode of Fusion. and they're on a new network or something now,
Yeah.
so YouTube gets them on like a 3-week delay or something. So I attempted to watch an MLW Fusion from 3 weeks ago, and it opens up. They bring out Taya Valkyrie. I'm like, oh, cool, Taya's here. That's cool. And
WWE let her go.
they bring out 4 luchadors or luchadores or whatever the female equivalent of that is.
I don't speak Spanish, sir.
It was horrible. I can't blame it on the talent.
Oh Lord.
And I only watched this match. I thought the talent was fine, but it was all 4 ladies in the ring at the same time, and
I don't like that.
It was more of a traditional lucha libre kind of match, where I don't know if the casual American wrestling fan is into that. If that makes sense, because I used to watch like AAA and CMLL all the time. I'd pick it up on the Spanish-speaking networks.
Yep.
I love to watch it. Really big fans of it, but I haven't watched in so long that my taste for that wasn't there, if that makes sense. And honestly, it's probably the worst match I've ever seen. And I can't blame the women because they were working their butts off. It was just
something you didn't enjoy.
It was not for the super casual fan, which is what I consider myself now. I'm hopefully to grow that from super casual fan to like dumb Mark, and then one day get back to, smart Mark. But it was horrible. It was horrible.
Sure.
I didn't finish the episode. So then I was like, okay, we used to watch a lot of AEW Dark.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go over there and I get AEW Dark Evolution or Elevation.
Yeah.
And it was really good.
Is that the one that's called by Big Show?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was really good. I enjoyed it. If you want kind of that super kind of, not super, but like an indie show that had a lot of women wrestling on it, this episode had it. It had like, I don't know, 6, 7 matches, like 4 of them were women.
It's probably like Abaddon shows up there a good bit. Yeah.
It was really cool. I enjoyed it. I think Kip Sabian wrestled maybe like Alex Reynolds.
Don't get me the line, bro.
Maybe, yeah. And these guys were working their butts off. However, nobody cared. Like, I swear this match happened in Japan, because every so often you would get... And I don't know. And the last time I watched, I was like, hey, Kip Sabian, Penelope Ford, I love them together. They're awesome. And I don't know what happened. I don't know if AEW is just like killed off those characters.
No, their crowds have gotten to where they're just kind of set there now.
But like it's because nobody cared. No. Like there was no these 2 guys had zero value.
You've been in the ring before when you know you was having a good match and the friends were just sitting there going.
But it's because they didn't care.
Yeah,
like
you got to find a way to make them care.
I mean, but they were working their butts off. I can't say it was a bad match.
I know.
But
it's the booking, bro.
These guys have become so like nonchalant to that audience that nobody even cared they were there.
I know.
And that really hurt my feelings because, like I say, I was a huge Dark Order fan. I don't think Dark Order ever became what it probably could have been.
Your buddy 10 took his mask off.
And I was sad to hear that because...
in front of the kids.
Even worse, I didn't know that, but that's sad too. But I was Preston Vance is awesome. Yeah. I mean, well, maybe he's not awesome if he's hurting little kids, but...
Still be an awesome wrestler, just not a
dude is great.
I
love that relationship between him and -1 or whatever. Maybe school's back in session and -1 had to go to school or something. I don't know.
But I know he took it off.
So I hate that. And then I watched some AEW Dark. And it's horrible. I mean,
I'm sorry. I don't know if Khan's doing all the booking, but I blame him.
There was spots that were good. Mm-hmm. There was the occasional thing, and Taz and Excalibur used to be like my favorite commentary team. I thought they did great, but it was so
Bland?
No, it was so like, let's just sit up here and make fun and not give a shit and not try to make the action mean something.
So they weren't putting the wrestlers over?
Like, let's just say comedians watch wrestling and then described it and accept and
So like $5 wrestling used to be?
Yeah, instead of putting over how great it is, it's just like, let's tell our own jokes. And I was really disappointed in that. However, back to Elevation, you had Big Show and someone else and
I can't remember.
Daddy Magic, whoever that is.
You got me, brother.
Daddy Magic is okay as a commentator.
I was told Show wasn't bad.
He's not. Now, I believe Daddy Magic is in the Jericho Appreciation Society.
Club, yeah.
He's the member of 2.0 with the big head. And I don't know what his new name is.
I have no idea.
But Daddy Magic is not a bad commentator. Now, he's the Jerry Lawler of the group. But it wasn't bad, honestly.
Gotcha.
It wasn't bad at all. But Dark was horrible. Elevation was okay. I mean, I'll watch another episode of Elevation. I don't know if I'll watch another episode
Let me
of
ask
Dark.
you this. Was the commentary helping kill the matches, or were the matches just boring? Or was it a combination
It
of
was
the
just
two?
all of the above.
Okay.
Like, I'll give you an idea of just
I've seen
bad everything.
I'm just saying, I've seen bad announcers kill a good match.
I watched one of the matches, and they were putting over this Japanese guy.
Was it him and Kingston?
No.
Okay. I know a match just happened with Kingston and a Japanese guy. I can't think of his name.
It may be the same Japanese guy.
Starts with a T?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
I don't want to say
Cyrus
names,
the Virus is coming out there and looking at him. All right, and he was working Aaron Solo.
Yeah.
And they were fighting and having a match, and the commentators, and I believe this was Big Show and him, I do believe, they were trying their best to make this guy important.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody told Aaron Solo that's what was going on. Because every time they would get on building this guy up, Aaron Solo would out-wrestle him out. Oh, look how great the guy is, blah, blah. He's such a high commodity. It's smart. And he's getting circles wrestled around him.
That's not good, yeah.
Dude had some strikes. He had some power.
Yeah.
But when it came down...
long hair, right?
When he came down to wrestling, the commentators couldn't build him up because Aaron Solo, is that his name? Aaron Solo, was not putting him over to the fact that, look at me.
Wow.
Like if I turned the volume off and you said, tell me who the commentators are building up, I'd had to say it was Solo.
Well, here's the thing,
because he made the guy. He not only made the guy look bad, but he made the commentators look bad for building him up while he wasn't doing anything.
But why are they building him up when he's clearly taking the heat? I mean, somebody's telling them that. That doesn't make sense.
Right. But I think the point was, let's build him up because Cyrus or Don Callis is going to come out to look at him. Don's looking at him, and he's still literally being taken advantage of. Not taken advantage of, because...
Who went over?
He went over.
He went over?
But...
So they should have showed building him up to the point where he went over, right?
Right.
I got
and
you.
It just...
Yeah.
it, like... And again, don't know Aaron Solo. I heard he was a good dude. I've only seen 2 or 3 matches of his.
The only thing I can remember about him is he's the guy that feuded with Cody, and Cody was trying to make him the bad guy, and it didn't work because everybody was booing Cody.
The only thing I remember about him was he was like a Texas guy, and I think maybe he was partners with somebody that I booked a few times.
Mm-hmm.
And then wasn't he like dating Paige or somebody? Not Paige. What's the chick that used to come out and do the hugs? Bailey. I think he dated Bailey for a while.
Yeah, you going well beyond my knowledge there.
Like, somebody just forgot to tell like this hand didn't tell this hand what was going on, because commentary was building the guy up. Don Callis was building the guy up. Aaron Solo was not building the guy up. Now, I'm not saying Aaron should have went out and job to him. I just think, like, if they could have all kind of got together and go, hey, we want to build this guy up. We're gonna have Callis come out. Hey, you get your stuff, but make sure he's getting more than you. so that we have opportunities to build him up. Look how great he is.
Yeah,
but our only time to build him up is when he had you in a headlock.
But you're watching a match. I mean, you ought to be able to tell yourself when
But again, that's the problem. If you're going to script things, you should script everything. You know what I mean? Like that's like you wrote the match and I wrote the commentary and we didn't talk about each other. So
don't feed people lines. That's what they're doing is they're feeding them lines. That's why they wear the headsets.
Well, it's horrible.
And if it's who I think's calling it, which is probably Tony Khan, which I've been told it was, so
I mean,
probably what happened.
And then I watched an episode of NWA USA.
Yeah, I watched a few.
And I only got to the first match because I was just busy. But it was Killian King and Angelina Love. Mm-hmm. It wasn't bad. However, they're doing like championship, Survivor Series.
Yeah, I
points
saw
or something.
Poster for it the other day, and I was kind of confused because I hadn't turned it on in a while.
And so they're talking, like each competitor's kind of talking, "Hey, I'm on this team, I'm on that team," and this is the most indie, jokey, hokey pokey, horrible. Like I don't believe it stuff I've ever seen. These guys, some of the guys look good. Some of them, like, why are you there? Some guys that used to be, I thought had a lot of potential. Like remember Jay Bradley, like TNA, and he had like the boomstick and he was clotheslining the shit out of her. He's like goofy Captain America now or something. I don't know, but I was disappointed. And you can help me remember the guy's name. Remember Chikara, you had the 3-man team. It was like Acid Jazz and somebody else, and they did the dancing when they come to the ring in like the trios tournaments. Do you remember that?
Talking about the fat guy?
This is a big tall dude. He's like he's probably the tallest guy in the NBA.
Oh, it's not the one I was thinking.
And he's about, he was really good. I've seen him wrestle there, but for some reason he has a mask on now, and you can clearly know it's him. And then
I was
there's like
the Egyptian guys, but you're not.
No. Okay. These guys like only really came in like for trios and stuff. Mm-hmm. And it was like Acid Jazz and 2 other guys, and they always did like the Superman thing or something.
They came out with like a DJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember.
But he was the big, tall, like athletic guy. And Acid Jazz, maybe his name. I just remember that name. But anyway, he's like under hood. Then you got like question mark number 2 is there, and he's just a fat guy.
Who took that?
I don't know.
Wow. Hopefully it's like one of his students, maybe, because he was a teacher of wrestling.
I don't know. It was.
Well, I sent you the title match a little while back between what's his damn name?
Tyrus.
Tyrus's match
and Murdoch.
Murdoch and Cordova.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that match was really.
I didn't watch it.
It was really good. I wasn't exactly excited about Tyrus becoming NWA champion. I do get it because he is a student of Dusty, and there's a lot of people don't really realize
I was a Brodus Clay fan.
Brodus Clay, but not a Funkadactyl.
Yeah, but
Funkadactyl was a dancer, but a Funkasaurus.
Yeah, I mean, I even liked that. Like, I thought it had its place, but I don't know if I'd want Brodus Clay to carry my title. And Brodus is a badass. I mean, like,
I think so.
Former bodyguard for like Snoop Dogg or somebody, right? So I mean, dude's got legit credibility, but
I don't hate it, but I don't love it by any means.
I think it's too little too late. I think if you'd done that 10 years ago, maybe it would have been great.
Or maybe when he walked in the door.
But now it's like,
but I mean, as far as the match went, it was really good. It was a decent 3-way between them.
I mean, I don't understand what happened. Like, and again, I've only seen bits and pieces of stuff, so I don't know. But like, I thought like Matt Cardona, or I thought he was like everywhere. So like,
yeah, he was.
Why would you not want this guy to be your champion versus this guy that's nowhere?
I don't know.
And maybe that was the issue.
He's actually on a news channel.
Yeah.
So maybe that's it. Maybe
you can catch one episode of him on the news rocking a Wrestling Over Everything shirt, which is pretty awesome. So check Wrestling Over Everything out.
I think that's it. Maybe it's because his face is so more in the public, and they wanted to put the world title on somebody more in the public.
Maybe so. I don't know, man. Like,
he's actually not a bad talker. If they ever let him talk,
I don't think anything's wrong with the guy.
Interesting guy.
I just think it's for me as the casual fan, again,
I agree.
Too little, too late.
100%.
You
agree.
know,
but I think there's something they could do with it, but they have to work very hard to get it over.
And I love the studio look of the NWA USA.
Yeah, that's definitely my favorite.
I'm not a huge Velvet Sky fan on her commentary, even though it is Velvet time. She's very lackluster on commentary.
Yeah.
I really don't like it. A couple years ago, or maybe a couple months ago, time kind of runs together for me sometimes. I watched an episode of it, and it had like Austin Idol on there doing commentary with her, and that was a horrible
rough.
idea.
Yeah.
And I'm an Austin Idol's a great promo back 30 years ago, but
it was almost like they were shooting on each other at points.
it was that's what I seen. It was horrible too. So at least this episode he wasn't on there, so.
And they weren't talking about date rape drugs again.
Yeah. I think so many people has tapped into the kind of like, let's go after that niche audience, that they don't realize the niche audience isn't.
You realize I got a guy named GIMP, Gimp.
I didn't. The niche audience is not the big audience.
No.
And I think even at Ego, I think I kind of zoomed in on that niche audience because that was the audience I was in.
You did.
When I probably shouldn't have been.
I was just trying to book wrestling.
But as a casual fan now, like, man, I'm just really disappointed in it. So,
if you step away for a couple of months and try to come back into wrestling again, you're almost out of it.
Agreed.
Because you just don't understand what the hell's going on.
I mean, I'm matchmaking
I'm
for
talking AEW, WWE.
I'm just
NWA.
talking about in general. Like,
I'm just saying.
I'm matchmaking for an event this Sunday.
Yeah.
In Kosciuszko. And I'm reaching out to people, and like, I've been out of the loop for just 3 years. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't get nobody. Like I used to have people beat my door down, you know. So, you know, Ego's
when you stopped having shows monthly and started having them
yearly,
maybe 5 a year if you were lucky.
Once a year.
Well, I'm just saying, with COVID and everything, that really hurt you bad.
It really did. I mean.
And
COVID was
try to bring a comeback, man, and like some guys we knew now that they're completely out of wrestling.
Yeah,
like Lucas Frost had to have a neck fusion. He's completely out of wrestling now, and I hated to see that because he's one of my favorite people to watch and wrestle.
But like us, he's not as young as he was.
He's the same age as me, so I think I'm 46. He's either 45 or 46. The first time I ever wrestled him, I was 28, and he goes, "Hey man, I'm 28. Just take it easy on me." I was like, "Dude, I'm the same damn age as you are. I don't hear that shit."
So he's not a spring chicken anymore.
Exactly.
But yeah, so want to remind you, check out EPW Wrestling. Cool stuff going on over there. I want to watch some more. Maybe we can watch some episodes.
Their channel
really
comes
go in
up.
depth about. They've got like some matches and stuff like that. But just look for the EPW Wrestling that they put on there because I type in where the real focus should be is on us talking about them. Okay. Check out WrestlingOverEverything.com. Get your Wrestling Over Everything shirt. See guys like Tyrus wear them. You see John Davis, which he's one of the founders. Him with Chuck McMullen and a lot of guys. The Impact guy the wrestling guy that wears the wrestling gear on his head. Josh Alexander. I'm sorry, I'm slow. I've been out of wrestling for a while. You see him in the shirt. So many guys in the shirt.
I've seen a bunch.
Check out their Instagram page. Like it's just like photos
Chuck McMullen's page, and you'll see it.
Wrestling people wearing Wrestling Over Everything shirt. So check them out.
I still beg them put the word "over" in the middle.
Yeah. So, but all in all,
I know it's a big word, cool. But even I can spell OVER. You
know. He's got a cool new sticker out. It says Wrestling Over Everything. And then it's got like some people's outline. It says somehow we'll manage, and it's like Bobby Heenan and Jimmy Hart and Paul Bear and a couple other guys, like their outline.
Like silhouette.
Yeah. You can clearly tell that's who it is, but I guess for trademark reasons you got to keep things off. But just the whole concept of maybe we'll manage or somehow we'll manage or whatever, that kind of double entendre. It's pretty cool.
One of those, like the old country song, "Who's Gonna Fill Them Shoes?"
Yeah. So, pretty cool. But yeah, the Boonville, the EPW Wrestling, man, I can't say enough about what they're trying to do. They're really, really trying hard. And you can tell they're putting their, their money where their mouth is kind of thing. And they're upgrading stuff. And Boonville was like us. It was just wrestling at one time. And now they're trying to do more. So, I really like when wrestling is trying to make wrestling better, and I definitely think they're on that. So check them out, show them some support, go subscribe to them. I know we got a small following here, and we thank all of y'all for watching, but show them some love, tell them that we sent you over to check it out. Hopefully, we can help, them get it, even one view helps. So,
true.
Yeah, so hopefully we'll be back next week. If not, we'll see you 6 months from now. But until next time, see if he remembers.
Watch more wrestling.
Watch wrestling, that's right.